Pappy Stu, the artist, the poet, the comedian, the philosopher. Just why is this enigma so beloved? Why do you watch Pappy Stu? We went to those in the know, his subscribers, to find out.
Can you just tell the viewers, why do you subscribe to Pappy Stu?
Pappy who? Pappy Stu.
Pappy Stu, that's who. Why do you subscribe to Pappy Stu?
I don't subscribe to Pappy Stu.
Do you not watch his poetry?
Poetry?
He does poetry.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't aware of that.
He does his videos at the 12 Tribes of America. Lots of scenery. Do you not watch that and enjoy that?
I don't subscribe to that many people.
Viewers, take my word for it. Pappy Stu is well worth your subscription.
I like him because he's different. What about you?
He has a resonance, an intelligence, a love and zest for life, and an appreciation of the people who are dead. Compassionate, lovely, and completely bonkers. One of the finest videographers probably on YouTube. This stuff is amazingly good. Which is why I hate him. I hate you, you bastard. You're so much better than me.
Pappy Stu? Are you kidding? You're asking me about Pappy Stu? What do I like about Pappy Stu? That redneck? You told me this was going to be... Turn off that camera. You told me this was going to be an interview about my channel. You didn't say anything that we were going to be talking about Pappy Stu. Turn off the camera. I'm not talking about that. After what he put me through, that redneck thing. Turn off that camera. I'll come over there and break your head. Turn it off right now.
What's his name again? Pappy who? Oh, Pappy Stu. Yeah, how can we forget Pappy Stu? I mean, this guy's so creative. He's got all sorts of variety that's posted. Makes a video almost every day. And I also like that he shows an appreciation of the outdoors. So I probably like those videos of his the most. Another thing is he sounds exactly like Tommy Lee Jones. The guy, he must be his brother or something. And I think the thing I like most about Pappy Stu is that he works for some sort of top secret underground government control center. It's very mysterious, but he's slowly revealing it piece by piece to us. So I'm staying tuned to this guy.
What can you say about a guy like Pappy Stu? Seriously, what can you say? Because I mean, a lot of it is classified material. We're just simply not allowed to talk about it. Okay, but here's one story that I heard, and I believe is true. Remember those massive blackouts this last January along the West Coast? I heard it's all Pappy Stu's fault. As you know, he works at a major power plant, and as I heard it, he was supposed to be on duty watching the power plant, and he was off making a vlog somewhere in some of the tunnels or something. And you've seen those videos of his, and they're highly influenced by too much bourbon, but we're not gonna talk about that because he's a respectable guy, so we're not gonna mention the drinking. But you know, I heard that he brought down the entire Western grid, and the only reason he got away with it, and again, here's where we get into that classified material, the stuff we're not supposed to talk about it. But the reason he got into it is, you know, all those years he spent on those submarines. Apparently, he's pretty high up in the CIA, and Pappy Stu's got connections you don't want to mess with. All I can say is don't cross the guy. Just if he asks you for something, you do it, or you know, people disappear, they vanish. So, you know, if you're asking for a tribute to him, I'm going to tell you he's the greatest guy I know on YouTube, because I don't want to disappear. And so Stu, hey, you're number one in my book, really. And can you stop tapping my phone?
Why do I watch Pappy Stu, you ask? Well, it's my job. It's my assignment. I was retained to conduct an investigation of Pappy Stu. You see, it all started as a vetting process because Stu's name showed up on a short list of potential vice presidential candidates, but client privilege prevents me to divulge which presidential candidate hired me. My specific assignment was to exhaustively view hundreds and hundreds of his videos to determine if any of them could cause an embarrassing YouTube incident if they came to the attention of the opposing candidate's opposition research staff. Sure, it's been tough. Don't let anyone fool you. I've stayed up late, walked around bleary-eyed, and have occasionally fallen unconscious onto my keyboard. And my reward? I wake up with these bags under my eyes and the impression of the escape key permanently etched into my forehead. I did find a few videos involving strange headwear, including, most troublingly, a nun's habit. Now that raised a few red flags with my client, let me tell you. But at least I never observed him wearing a turban. Now that would be a real deal breaker, if you know what I mean. I must tell you, I think that Pappy Stu is onto me in my investigation. He seems to periodically change channels and purge his video library. And this leaves me wondering, what is he hiding and why haven't I found it yet? Why do I like Pappy Stu? Well, you see, it's like this. A predator will often admire a cagey and elusive prey. He is cunning, perceptive, and multifaceted. Now his taste in hats, on the other hand, well, now that really sucks. Well, I need to go back to work. What's this? Another Pappy Stu video? What the hell is he wearing now?
So you want to know how I know Pappy Stu? I didn't know he resented anything like this. I had nothing to do with it. You have to believe me. But he's a good man. A real good man. I wonder if they'll let him work on the internet in prison. He's such a good YouTuber. So creative. So supportive of all his fellow YouTubers. They sure will miss him. And I didn't even know it was against the law to do that. So you can be too good. It's a crime.
I met Pappy on my way to Woodstock. Me and my two friends were hitching from Iowa. And this crazy VW bug pulls up, and the driver says, "Hey, hop in." And it was really nice. It was a nice ride up to ixgerxi, and we thanked him and split up. And then about 8 hours later, I see this driver guy coming out of a porta-john smoking a joint. And he offered me a hit. And I said, well, sure, you know. And he told me his name was Stu, but I could call him Ganja Weasel. That's what all his friends called him. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, Jimmy comes on stage with his big Marshall speakers. I mean, he's just blowing everybody away. And Stu, Ganja Weasel, lifted me up on his shoulders, and we rocked the day away. It was awesome. After that, things got a bit hazy, you know, orange sunshine, if you know what I mean. But me and Stu have been good friends ever since. Every once in a while, the Weasel gets a kind of an orange flashback, but then y'all know that from all his videos.
Hey Pappy, I'm your biggest fan. I watch your videos whenever I can. For all your work, I'd like to give you a hand. Hey Pappy Stu, you're the man.
Until next time, we're out and on the side.
Anyway, I've been thinking, dear. If you had to think up an expression to describe Pappy Stu's contribution to YouTube, what would you say?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Prolific? Unusual? Oh, and his sense of humor.
I think I'd come up with something like, Pappy Stu's videos remind me of the sweet smell of the countryside in the wilderness of YouTube.